I mean, we had a talk on plain project management for risk. We had how to evaluate and quantify a risk. And we had from Mr. Moonan from Lloyd's talking to us about how an asset can be stretched, how you have to broad base an asset, how do you hedge your bets. The example of the Boeing 747 he gave was quite illuminating, I must say. Thank you so much. And finally, we had Mr. Gurjar from DuPont talking to us. I mean, maybe kind of opening our eyes a bit wider. I mean, I know it's been a long day, but I still think we must have some kind of a Q&A. So I throw this open to the floor. Yep. Please, can somebody give him a mic? Horizontal, not vertical, please.
I'm Sandesh. I'm a chartered accountant. So the question is on risk mitigation. We know that insurance is one of the tools to mitigate the risk. We are also aware of the traditional contractors all risk insurance policy which is offered by the insurance companies. But I wish to know what are the kind of innovative products which big companies are able to probably negotiate with insurance companies. Apart from the traditional products which cover maybe flood or natural calamities or fire, what are the other kinds of products in the insurance domain which at a small scale we are not aware of?
Well, whom do you expect to answer this from this panel?
Anyone.
Can you? Try?
No, I mean, I don't think I'm competent enough to answer that question, but the way in which DuPont looks at it, and we actually don't take insurance. So we are not looking at insurance as
So he's not the right guy, probably.
Yeah, I'm really not a right guy for answering this.
Well, I'm throwing it open to this side of the floor.
Yeah.
Please.
Let me say, I'm also not the right person because Lloyd's Register is not an insurance company some people mistake us for. Yeah. We insure our own risk, but in a rather conventional way. I believe at the end of the day, I think what DuPont has shown is that they insure their own risk. It's the best way to go forward, is to be so good that with confidence you can do that. In the end, there's no free lunch. So even with insurance, in the end, you're paying to hedge your bets. That's the only answer I can give.
Okay. Yeah, I can add.
Yeah, sure.
Traditionally, for the domestic contracts, these days the clients are taking insurance directly, and mostly it is MCE policy with floods and riots and other kind of coverages around there. Some point of time, we tried as a contractor to take some insurance on liquidated damages, which is on delay of the projects, but it is very, very complex. Although it is available, but it's very, very complex and very difficult to operate. But that's one of the innovative insurances which are available.
One thing which you may find and somewhere the owner pays for it. So what does, in oversimplified terms, what does this wrap up do is, like he said, the owner takes the complete risk. I mean, cover takes the complete insurance, not complete risk, complete insurance. And thereby doing, getting better negotiation margin, no markup from the agencies involved and things like that. You will be able to get reasonably good information on, if I say Google, around wrap up of insurance. That's pretty good, and DuPont does it. So,
Thank you. Please.
Not directly about insurance, but it does trigger with me a plea that I want to hold also to people who write the ITBs. That there's an increasing tendency, as was said in this conference, to move risk to the EPCs in clauses in terms of covering production losses and consolidated damages, and covering third-party or indemnity for third-party liability. My plea would be, if you look at the system, that everybody manages and if necessary insures his own risk, because that's what you're best at. In the end, making a profit margin, making money, means that you're good at managing a certain risk. If it's all pushed to one side, then it's pushed to people who might not be the best at managing that risk, and it's increasing the cost of the system. So my plea to everybody would be to push back on this tendency to use the bidding phase to push risk to one side.
Yeah, that's one way of looking at it, but I think there are no clear answers to that question. I'm sure you'll agree. Anybody else? Any questions? Well, okay, then I just want to say one thing. So we are talking about risk, ultimately it's cost. And cost is a reality. It's just an addition of numbers. Value, then you have a price. A price is a policy, a company, it's a corporate policy. You decide on the price. Value is ultimately a perception. Now you have to decide what you value. You can only work out the cost and the price, but the value has got to come from you. Nobody else can give it to you. On that note, I think I'd like to end.
Thank you, Dr. Ganeshan, and thank you all the guests on this session. We have had a very interesting day today. I wish to just finish this day with a small note. I would like to sincerely thank Mr. Poten Paul, who has been the chairman of the technical committee of the EPC Central Advisory Board. And he has been instrumental in bringing out this extremely power-packed conference program for all of you. And special thanks to Mr. Ganeshan for gracefully accepting the last-minute changes in this program. I'm sure that all the guests have been very benefited being here today and hearing out our eminent speakers. Thank you for being here, and see you all tomorrow at 9:50 a.m. Goodbye and have a nice evening. Bye. Just a minute. I'm sorry, I missed on giving the mementos from Chemtech to all our speakers. Kindly requesting Dr. Ganeshan to do the honors, please. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.